Good morning, YouTube. I'm Lee Wilson, and this is TGO Wyoming, on the move. And it is a bright and beautiful day here in Casper, Wyoming. It is chilly, though, man. The tendrils of fall are definitely extending their icy cold death grip towards us. But it still hasn't snowed, and by the time you guys view this, of course, it'll probably have snowed quite a bit. But at this very moment, no snow. But this morning, I want to talk about traveling. Yes, traveling, specifically traveling by air. So I just got back from Richmond, Virginia for the very last VaporCon. Yeah, that's right, I'm a vapor. You've seen it before on the channel, but vaping has definitely been a major improvement in my life. And this was the very last VaporCon ever. Now, this has been running from 2011 to 2016, and it was awesome. But this video is not about VaporCon. This video is about the road to VaporCon, or more specifically, the flight to VaporCon. So, air travel makes me anxious. Always has, probably always will. And it's not so much the fear and discomfort of, you know, flying or worrying about that the plane's gonna crash. No, planes are pretty darn good pieces of engineering. And, you know, I mean, that always sits in the back of my mind, but that's not the forethought right there, right? It's not at the very head of my concerns. The reason I am always anxious about flying is I have to leave all my stuff at home. I have to leave pretty much 99% of my EDC at home, which really bothers me. I usually don't check a bag, especially now with the check bag fees and everything like that. I try to fly everything carry-on. So I have, this trip I used my little Vanquist shoulder pack here as my V-Packer, as my, it was my main carry-on with all my electronic equipment. I had my e-cigs in there, I had my camera, my GoPro, my Zoom H4n, I had all my GoPro equipment, spare batteries, chargers, you know, a whole 9 yards. That was that pack. And then I used one of my other big backpacks as my clothing pack. So without checking a bag, I kind of didn't really take knives. I ended up pitching one of my pocket knives into my boss's carry-on that he was taking, so I'd at least have some utility tool there. But I mean, on a daily basis, I usually had 3 or 4 knives on me. I didn't get to take my gun, my spare mags. You know, I didn't even take keys. And before this trip, I thought, man, this must be what normal people feel like when they put their pants on in the morning. And they just didn't weigh anything. I was like, holy moly. Thank God I'm not normal. I like having my kit with me. I like having my gear with me. And there are, of course, several times over the weekend where it's like, hey, can you do this? Yeah, sure. I've got the tool in my pocket. No, I don't. Sorry. Can't help you. So that's always a major stressor with flying. But, you know, there's easy ways, there's little ways you can actually make it more enjoyable. One is just get through TSA prepared, you know. Don't take a bunch of stuff you don't need. And if you are going to have a bunch of stuff in your pockets, throw it in your carry-on. That way they can just scan the bag through a little machine and go for it. So that way you're not standing in line pulling out 8 billion things and your snacks out of your pockets, and you know, your Kleenex, your snacks, your eye drops, whatever it is. Just throw it in your bag. For me, I take my hat off and I throw my watch in there, take my belt off, take my shoes off, and I have, you know, a little bit of change, a big lighter, my wallet, my boarding passes, and flashlight, no keys because the wife drove me to work. And yeah, it was pretty simple and painless to get through there. Of course, coming back, one of the new mods I picked up, well, not a new mod, but a new to me and an old mod technically, set off the TSA alarm systems, and the poor gal, she had such a hard time finding it in my 511 Rush 24 pack, which is the pack that I took with me this time, that we had quite a good laugh over the fact that with so many pockets, she just could not find it, even though she had scanned it. So that's one way to do it, you know. Carry an empty water bottle with you. That's one thing I totally forgot to do this time, and I wish I had. My boss was smart and took his 20-ounce Yeti cup, so you empty it out. You can't take that much liquid through the checkpoint, but once you're in the system, you can go ahead and fill up your water bottles. Now, it's really cool about the airports that we went to. We started out of Casper, went to Salt Lake, to Atlanta, to Richmond, and then going back, we went Richmond to Dulles, to Denver, to Casper. But all of these airports had new water fountains with bottle fillers in them. So they were, motion activated, just spigots that you could fill your water bottle with. And that is brilliant. Staying hydrated on a trip is the hardest thing to do. And I was fighting hard with dehydration the entire 4 days we were out there, just pounding down as much water as I can get my hands on, and it still wasn't enough. I am still dehydrated today, and this will probably be, for me, a 3-liter day, just because, man, it's rough. It takes a toll on you. So flying doesn't have to be stressful. I mean, for me, it's probably always going to be, but that's just me. I prefer to drive, even though it's statistically more dangerous. The other hard part of travel is coffee. Man, I haven't had my good coffee in 4 days now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into work, and I am going to make myself a vanilla latte, a double shot of French roast espresso. Apparently, I'm not awake yet. I haven't had my damn coffee. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I'm back. Things are good. I'm glad to be back in my Land Cruiser. I'm glad to be back at home and sleeping in my own bed and seeing my wife and my kid every morning and every evening. So we had an awesome trip. There will be stuff on it. It's probably already posted by the time we make it through this video in the cycle. So hopefully you guys have found this entertaining and or educational. And if you have, please let me know in the comment box below. I like hearing from you. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great videos. And as always, stay safe, shoot straight, and I'll see you all next time.